Okay, sorry. Hello. My name is Malcolm King, and I'm showing you more shit on Dahvie Vanity, which is no surprise to anybody else, but I haven't seen really anybody talk about this music video right here. Now, to give a little information before I straight up just start talking about this, number one, I'm sorry for the background noise. My chinchillas decided to be crackheads now for no reason. But, to give a little backstory, this is supposed to be awareness about bullying, just bullying. But they had to do it in the most insensitive and least productive way possible, the most edgiest thing that they could possibly come up with. Now, this is going to be muted. You're not going to be able to hear it, mainly because my ass doesn't want to get copyrighted. But this is this music video, right? So the song is called Rise and Shine, and if we want to, we can look up the lyrics. Um, lyrics for this. It's completely just talking about it, talking about rain or whatever the fuck. But yeah, it's this is basically just like setting the scene that we're at school, which number one, the kids in this music video don't necessarily look underaged, but I could be wrong. They could possibly be underaged, and with only a couple girls in the music video, I'm not really concerned that much if a teen actor in this music video was molested by Dahvie. But yet again, I don't know. I don't know if any of them has spoke out about it. And again, I watched this music video already once, and I noticed that most of the characters in this music video were in fact male. Um, Now we just have a lot of scenes with the chalkboard and like Dahvie being really edgy, and then we get to this scene where the kid sits down and everybody just starts laughing and throwing papers at him, just being shit people like high schoolers are. Um, which that goes on for a while, and then you just see Dahvie in this black cloak, um, skullish, deadish like makeup, which is not really a big surprise considering this scene and the persona that they would want to portray. Now, yes, it is really kind of insensitive to have deadish, ghoulish makeup in this music video, but it's like in this one up here that we can see, like he doesn't normally dress like this and have this kind of makeup on. Even in this Onision video, which Onision can go fuck off too, but it's just in my recommendation, like this isn't usually normally what he wears. So keep that in mind while we are watching this. Also, another random fact, why the fuck is the teacher not even saying anything about this? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, but it's not really about the music video necessarily. And then we just cut to the scene where the kid is necessarily just going off and yelling at people. Um, it's kind of like just talking about, like, oh, like they're bullying me and all that kind of stuff, which is a serious topic, let alone. but they just had to do it in the worst way possible. And I'm sorry I keep pausing it, but it's. And then this scene is where it gets bad. This is necessarily horrifying for me because I am a student in America, and with all the issues going on in the world, it terrifies me, number one, but what kind of PTSD it could bring to somebody that has necessarily been in the situation of a school shooting. And the fact that he's just putting blood everywhere, and then over here it says, I'm done, like doing all that kind of shit. They just, I don't know if they were trying to spread awareness, but in this sense, it just feels like they're glorifying this scenario. And I would also like to point out, I don't necessarily think that they did this on purpose necessarily, but Dahvie is wearing a black cloak jacket thing, and I just wanted to bring this into your mind, like the Columbine shooting. They were wearing black trench coats, which this isn't necessarily the same thing, and I don't think that they meant to do that, but that's one of the first things that I necessarily thought of when I saw this for the first time. And then I'm going to fast forward into the part where it gets extremely, extremely bad, and like they're glorifying it, is this scene with the kid and the gun. Um, and if this wasn't triggering enough for some of you, I just want to say that it's about ready to get even worse than it already was. So clearly that this was in fact their intentions with putting these shootings in news reports on the screen, which is extremely, extremely, extremely insensitive for them to do. Because it's just madly disrespectful to the victims of those shootings, and with the message that they're sending with the lyrics and the message that they're sending with the music video. Now, I will get to the part where it's like they did it right in some sense, but the whole other music video was completely wrong. No, I if your jaw has not dropped yet, I am completely surprised. Um, but this is literally so triggering. Like, let me put this in perspective for you. It doesn't matter if it's a school shooting or just a, some kind of terrorist attack or whatever it could possibly be that someone could go through with that imagery and scene in their head, but seeing people that you knew, seeing your friends, your family just laying there shot and dead is extremely horrifying to think about, and that they're trying to spread awareness with this kind of stuff, with this scene alone, is completely glorifying the fact of this school shooting. They're not they're completely just, this is awful. And I don't know what kind of person you are if you don't think that this is completely horrifying, awful. Like, what kind of person? do you have to be to not think that this is not okay? Now, if we fast forward, we can. So, in this part of the song, um, it's it's like we're right here. So, open your eyes. Now is the time to rise up. With darkness will still shine. Idolize and deposed wrong and right will make it through to the other side. Now, this part I can understand. Why are you setting off fireworks? It's 4 p.m. Okay. So, with this part of the song, it makes sense. This part of the music video makes complete sense. But then I thought, oh, Dahvie redeemed himself. But then they cut to these scenes where kids are pointing guns at their head. And one really disturbing scene that I came across was let me I think it's next. Sorry. I don't remember. This scene where he puts the gun in his fucking mouth. Not only glorifying school shootings, fuck, I can't speak if you can't tell. Glorifying suicide. Now, then they cut to this scene where the teacher is writing "I will not listen to blood on the dance floor" over and over and over again, and I'm like, what kind of message are they trying to send? Are they sending like, oh, people think that we're just some like obscene emo band that's like triggering all these people to shoot up schools? They're triggering people to commit suicide. Like, is that what they're saying? Because that is awful. Because you kind of redeemed yourself with the parents part, but then you went right back to being awful pieces of shit. And not to mention this part where they just had to be the edgiest people that they could possibly be with the fucking chalk triggering, absolutely triggering. And then there's this part where he wakes up from his nap and is like, "Oh, it was all just a dream. I'm putting the gun back in my pocket or my book bag." That doesn't. That doesn't. You know. That doesn't make it okay that you just filmed all of that. Who are their managers? Who let them film this? Who gave them the funds? Who let them into this school? That's what I would want to know. And then they cut to here with this information, or I'm like, okay, they're trying to say, oh, we were sending a message, we were doing all this shit. 1 out of 4 teens are bullied. 9 out of 10 LGBT students experience harassment at school and online. As many as 106. Guys, it's been a while since I've been in school. 160,000 students stay home because they are afraid of getting bullied. 1 out of 3 students heard another student threaten to kill somebody. Adult intervention is 4%, peer intervention is 11%, and then no interventions, blah blah blah. I thank everybody that has caused me to suffer. Without you, I would have no reason to express myself. What? What kind of quote? I understand where it's coming from, being like, without all the pain that I have gone through, I wouldn't be myself. I understand that. But if this is the way you're choosing to express yourself, you need help. And I would also love to point out that the comments are turned off on this. There's no room for discussion. There's no room for arguments. There's no room for this shit to be pointed out, you know? And yes, the like ratio is bigger than the dislike ratio, but the dislike ratio was still pretty big. So 20K people have common sense to understand and see what the hell is wrong with this music video. And through everybody that has spoke out about this, it it just it just sickens me that all of a sudden Dahvie now cares about, kids and their safety at school and how kids' emotional states are. But like, Dahvie, you raped how many girls? So many girls have spoken out about you sexually harassing them. Do you want me to pull up videos of you catching probably an underage girl's bra and being like, yes, that is not, no. All of a sudden now you care about people's mental well being. All of a sudden, out of nowhere. After everything you put these young girls through, all of a sudden you want to make this music video, and you care. You're contradicting yourself, and you're a big, fat hypocrite. And I hope to God that one day, I know that one day will be soon, but you're going to be put behind bars. I don't give a shit about your status in the industry, which is non-existent at this point because your music was never, ever, ever fucking good. I don't know what kind of mental issues you have to think this music is good, but all of a sudden you care. And I understand that this was made back in 2012, but it's still kind of insensitive. And there's no like, there's no like description about why they chose to film this music video. There's no explanation behind the idea. It's just the lyrics and their fucking self promo. That's all it is. If I were to film this music video that is so deep and it brings back a lot of bad memories for people and PTSD, I would at least put something in the beginning or at the end or in the description about it, because I do have ideas that for my music when it finally fucking comes out, because I'm a lazy piece of shit. That's not about me, shut up. I want to speak out about these kind of things, but I would never ever 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 do it in the way that they did. And it's like, why, and let alone the lyrics were rain, rain won't go away. Cloud on my head every single day. This pain never goes right inside. Sorry, I have a reading disability. I can't read for shit. Breaking me down until I just cry. Little bully wants to play. Hits me every day. Pain, go right side. Go right inside, sorry. Just I'll guess I'll just have to let it slide. Just read these lyrics on your own because my dumbass can't fucking read that well. Well, I can read. I just can't read out loud because I talk too fast and then my brain doesn't process. Okay, it's not about me again, sorry. But I'm just mind boggled at this whole music video. I'm just completely disgusted, and there was no real reason to do this. And I'm just gonna, yeah. So I hope that me talking about this music video, somebody will see it and somebody will make a better video on this than I can because I'm dumb. But please, just like somebody bring this into light because this just proves how worse Dahvie is. That he's just a hypocrite. And the fact that um fan at school. I saw this video not that long ago. Um this. So basically this is a Fox 10 News report about Dahvie going to visit a burn victim in a hospital. No, it at his school, and apparently they couldn't visit him because in the hospital when he was on tour, but they while they were still on tour, they somehow found time to visit him at his school where multiple underage kids were. Multiple. And notice how this kid happened to be wearing a blood on the dance floor shirt. Is that not sus to anybody else? Now, there was no creepy thing that had happened in this video, and apparently, like, they were really nice. But just looking at the comments on this shit, I even like some of them. But, like, well, this aged well. Like, like, it's a plebis, fucking hell, plub, it's a stunt. Okay, you know what I'm trying to say. You know, and look, look, all of these kids are like, they have to be like, I don't know, 15, 16, somewhere around there, just recording and everything. Like, not to mention, this kid looks so uncomfortable. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? You couldn't come to the hospital to see me, but you, like, happily went to my school just to, like, see all the other underage girls that were in my class. You could not find time to visit him while he was in the hospital, but you magically found time to visit him when he was at school. You could have went to his house. You could have like met at a fucking, I don't know, somewhere where there's not fucking underage 15-year-old girls. With all the convictions that you're facing, Dahvie, this is going to look a lot fucking worse. That you magically found time to visit a fan when they were at school and not in the hospital. And I understand. Yeah, there are some, you know, touring times, like it's hard to find time to with your fans. But let's be honest, Dahvie, you don't have that many. You really don't. Your tours were not that big. You could have found time. All of a sudden, magically, you can see them at their school and not in the fucking hospital. I'm just saying that's sus as fuck. It's sus. I'm gonna stop ranting because this is long enough. But I'm just saying we need to bring this kind of shit to light because I don't see anybody talking about this shit. I don't see anybody talking about the fucking school shooting shit. It's sick and disgusting. That's all I have to fucking say. I'm gonna close my recording program. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. We're gonna we're gonna peace out. All right. I'm mad. I'm mad. All right. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Um, and if you want to, you could check out some of my music. And covers. They're not really good, but I'm practicing and I'm getting better. Um, shameless self promo. But yeah. Please, somebody make a better video on this than me because, let's be honest, I'm not gonna edit this. I'm just sitting here and saying that this shit It's not. It's not it. It's not it. Alright.